And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Documented evidence of the next #1 ranked fighter, Milky Pablo, ducking me like a To put it bluntly, I'm coming for you. And I'm going to catch you in my crosshairs. And I'm going to expose everything about you while beating your ass and making you rage quit at the same time. And trust me when I say that's not a threat. That's a promise.
Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there?
As I stated in the preview,
Reload.
LX Sniper doesn't make threats. He makes promises. Especially when you try to run, duck, and hide from my scope. And this video is the third and final video in the Turtle Head Challenge, where I accepted his measly little challenge of taking out the top 3 players of the month in Fight Night Champion. Each of these fights have taken place when they were ranked #1 player for the month, meaning that this is the 3rd consecutive Fight Night video where I am facing the #1 ranked player in the game at that current time. My first victim being She Move, my second victim being DatDood82, and now the 3rd and final victim in this video, Milky Pablo. Now, I want to be very, very clear. I'm not talking about the GOAT, Malky Pablo. There is a difference. Milky Pablo obviously is a clear play on Malky's name and ruining his good legacy, but he also has several other accounts to my knowledge, such as names as Canelo Ryu, Trap House Al, Hard Linus, Demon Racks, to name a few. And right now he's currently running around on some account named TowHookie100. Yo, if my boy Romario Alvarez is watching this, Fight Night's Finest, or anyone who watches Fight Night's Finest streams on the regular, they would have seen this dude hyping up TowHookie in Fight Night's Finest chat. And as of early January, he's been running around on this account and got the attention of someone in the Reddit community and had him thinking that it was me. So now I have to come before all of you and that person making that post on Reddit to clear my good name. Because any one of my victims will tell you, once you get LX sniped by the man himself, trust me, you'll know. But I digress. If you go down the rabbit hole of any of the usernames that I mentioned earlier, you'll see multiple people reporting nearly identical interactions with this clown. Milky has garnered a reputation around the Fight Night community as being a failed troll who has harassed anyone that's pretty much noteworthy in the Fight Night community or Fight Night Champion YouTube space, including myself. Whenever he's matched up with other people, he's known to use the ninja pick advantage, where he ninja picks over to Sugar Ray Robinson or Isaac Frost. And if he doesn't fight with a clear advantage, he won't fight you at all, meaning if, let's say for example, if he's picking 96 overall Sugar Ray Robinson, he's not going to fight you unless you have a 147-pound fighter like Oscar De La Hoya or something like that, where he has the power, strength, speed advantage, etc. You can see that there are several reports of his antics that have been documented on Reddit and some that I've been able to obtain myself. And let's see what Reddit user Jimmy Dames has to say about Trap House Al, aka Milky Pablo.
Word to my mother, you a hoe. Your dad raised a bitch-ass sniper-picking nigga. You will never give anyone a fair fight, especially when they know what your game is. I've been going on fake accounts looking for you, and when I find you, you still try to pull the same hoe shit. You a bitch. You ain't no man. Stop messaging a nigga talking about you did this and you did that. When you give me a fair fight, no sniping. I'll respect you, pussy.
And I feel sorry for Jimmy, because Jimmy isn't the only one who's had to deal with this bullshit. If you look at the highlights on this dude's profile, you can clearly see that he's clipping fights where his trash Sugar Ray Robinson is knocking out fighters in lower weight classes. And this is because he's using the ninja pick method to success, and even going as far as to name drop me for clout in some of these garbage highlights. And I'm pretty sure there's people in the community, whoever watches my content, that could probably have their own story or testimony of their own of what the bullshit that he's doing. And this harassment towards me personally started when he messaged me under that name Turtlehead and then changed his name to Chad Collins. As you can see, when I typed the name Turtlehead in the search query, you can see all the comments that he left under Chad Collins, and that was because he changed his account name from Turtlehead to Chad Collins after I sniped him. He came to my channel trying to make some pathetic extortion attempt to force me to upload a video of me getting supposedly KO'd. Now, if this really did happen and he did knock me out, don't you think he would have uploaded this video himself? Why would he try to put pressure on me to upload something that doesn't exist? That's about as asinine as it gets. And then he matched that same energy when he sent me a personal DM under that account, Hard Linus. And I want you to remember that name because it's gonna come up here in a moment. But he sent me a DM under that name with that same aggressiveness and with that same pathetic blackmail attempt to get me to upload some bullshit knockout, blowing a whole bunch of smoke and making empty threats at me after I called his bluff. Once again, he's been harassing a bunch of people in the Fight Night community, and I'm just here to clean this shit up. And he's also trying to tarnish the good name of Milky Pablo. So much so that I actually spoke with him about his experience with the Milky Pablo, and this is what he had to say.
So look at the weird stuff Bull was saying, cause wow, look, love to see the Pablo household name running. Look, Milky versus Malky. Then this thing look like a thugged out Travis Kelsey. It's Milky. I sent invite 22K, no pullout. I'm like, bro, I know you don't got that. I would actually do that. Look, bet 20K. I'm like, bro, if we doing stuff like that, so we could go to Gamer Saloon. He like play, so I'm like, play for a K. He like, prove you got 20K and hands play. I'm like, son, that ain't nothing to do type stuff. So he's sending me like videos of this type stuff. He a Florida cat or whatever. He sound like goofy stuff like your favorite rappers, Young and Ace, like Julio, Fulio. Look out, here we go. I'm an OG from my city. Your favorite rapper scared of me. Fulio, Spider, Ace, all them boys know my real name. I'm like, boy. You know, he was just talking. We were just chopping it up or whatever. Then he started calling me a beta mill. So I just said fight for a K or stop inboxing. Then he brought it to my YouTube channel. You know, I'm like, bro, that's beta energy. Like, if you think however I approached it was clown stuff, which I don't see how, then you should have just left it how it was. You came to my channel and ended up looking worse. But he ain't had 22K, obviously. He ain't even have a K. He like, who we gonna middleman it with? Like, this sucker here, man, but we goo-wop.
So now that we've heard what Milky Pablo has to say regarding this clown, let's hear what Fight Night's Finest has to say. Because he actually encountered and fought Milky Pablo, or Turtlehead in this case, He fought him on this stream, and you can search through his live streams, and it's called You Are Watching a Master at Work. And to find the fight with him, you'll want to go to the 3 hour and 14-minute mark. Here you will see Turtlehead challenge Fight Night's Finest under the gamer tag Canelo Ryu, which again is one of his many accounts that he goes by on this game.
I'm gonna try to get in with Canelo because I know that's Turtlehead. Turtlehead, send that invite. Make the lobby, bro. Either or. I'm trying to get the matches in.
Spoiler alert, guys. Turtlehead was no match for Fight Night's Finest. In fact, if you want my personal opinion, I thought it was one of the worst displays of boxing that I've ever seen. Turtlehead or Milky Pablo or whatever the fuck he goes by is just simply trash. And on top of this, Fight Night's Finest beat him so bad that he made Turtlehead embarrass himself right there in front of hundreds and thousands of people watching, making a fool out of himself in front of a live audience by doing this.
I'm highly disappointed. I thought the chat had something better to offer. Don't hide. Come on out. You trying to hide behind that Philly shell, but they ain't no... You can't hide behind the Philly shell here. The Philly shell don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. I know you ain't raised quit on stream, bruh. Come on now. I ain't raised no quitters. I know we ain't quitting. Turtlehead. I know we ain't raised no quitters in F&F Nation. Wow. Turtle was waiting a whole 6,000 years. Got dropped and gonna quit. You gotta go on the channel for that one. That might be content.
And you know, Prioxis said it best. We don't create the content. You do. And by Turtlehead going on my channel, making these outrageous demands out of me, and then going on Fight Night's Finest channel trying to challenge him to a fight, and then rage quitting like that, you bring it on yourself. Because you make it easy content for not just me, but for the other YouTubers as well. Making you a laughing stock. That's why Fight Night's Finest chat clowned you so bad. Roasting you to oblivion. Because you got your ass beat, plain and simple. In fact, you got your ass beat so bad that you felt the need to redeem yourself to yourself and everyone in chat. So that's when you went on your other account and challenged Fight Night's Finest again on the same stream. So let's check this out. If you go back to that same stream, You Are a Master at Work. If you go to the 4 hour and 42-minute mark, you'll see that Fight Night's Finest has an encounter with none other than Hard Linus. Now remember, that name was the account that fucking emailed me trying to get me to extort or blackmail me into some bullshit. And to leave no shred of doubt here, I want to prove once and for all that Canelo Ryu, aka Turtlehead, Hard Linus, and also Milky Pablo are all the same person by comparing their fighting styles, which makes it very, very obvious. So let's compare the fighting styles of all three fighters, starting off with Canelo Ryu. I want you guys to look at the constant head movement that he's always doing. Even when he's out of range, you could just see him just holding down that L button, just twiddling the left thumbstick like a madman, honestly. You can see even when there's no action going on, he's just standing in that Philly shell, just rotating the analog stick like a fool. And honestly, I think they call this counterfishing, but I don't know the official name of the style, but I'm pretty sure if you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. And then let's compare it to the later fight that Fight Night's Finest had with Hard Linus. And you can see the same thing. You can see this constant head movement going on even when there's no activity. You can see he's trying to fish for the counter even if there's nothing going on. I guess this works against lower level opponents, I suppose, but it's a real easy style to exploit and to take advantage of because, you know, he's just honestly just sitting there just bobbling his head around like a fool. And you can even see Fight Night's Finest himself even alludes to the fact that, yo, this might be the same person when he makes this statement here.
I want to see if it makes you different. Because I'm looking like I fought you before. Looking like I done fought you before. Y'all hug me too. I know I hit hard.
Even though he doesn't know it at the time, Fight Night's Finest is more correct than he even realizes. In fact, he's 1000% correct. Because when it was time for me to fight Milky Pablo, I already knew what he was gonna do. I knew the exact fighting style of what I was gonna be up against, and I game planned accordingly to 100% perfection. And also too, he's also known for doing the ninja pick method, as has been documented earlier from other users, and you can see it here. As you can see, I'm hovering around Ricardo Alvarez, and my intention is when he switches over to Sugar Ray Robinson for the ninja pick, I was gonna hover over to Andre Bishop. And you'll see he's on Hagler, and then when I try to switch over to Bishop, I make a mistake. I accidentally switch over to Tommy Hearns. So what that means is now I'm fighting with one of the worst middleweights in the game at an 89 overall, and I'm going against his 96 overall Sugar Ray Robinson, which puts me at a severe disadvantage because Tommy Hearns at middleweight has one of the worst chins in the game. So basically I have to fight perfect or else I'm gonna get knocked out or severely beaten. But you know what? I went ahead and took the fight anyway because I already know that I've got the skill in order to beat him, especially when I knew what he was gonna do. So let's take a look at exactly what he did. Remember those 2 fights against Fight Night's Finest? He's doing the same exact shit. You can see here Milky Pablo is spamming the head movement while he's out of range, just waiting for the perfect counterpunch. And you know, like I said, this is the exact same way that Canelo Ryu and Hard Linus fought Fight Night's Finest the same way, just twirling that left analog stick like a damn idiot. So it was pretty easy for me to go ahead and figure him out, and this is why I dominated him every single round until this happens. The ranked #1 fighter rage quitting, in the exact same fashion that Canelo Ryu did against Fight Night's Finest. You've been caught red-handed in 4K. So yeah, the Turtle Head challenge is complete right here. Because She Move, who was at rank #1, I made that bitch quit. And then DatDood82, respectable opponent, I beat him down like it was nothing. And then I beat you down even worse. You quit. Just like I knew you would, because you fucking suck at this game. And honestly, as much as I want to take full credit of my beatdown against you, I can't even say that that was the worst that I've ever seen because I even did further research. And I want to shout out child support payments who tipped me off to how bad you've been getting exposed by the community. Because the homie Bupak Shakur beat you down even worse than I did. Because look what he did to you. He took 147 pounds Zab Judah and knocked you out fucking cold. Had you running back to the Xbox dashboard like the pussy that you are. How you gonna call yourself the #1 ranked fighter and then let someone 2 weight classes beneath you knock you out like that? Like I said before, what I did to expose you was nothing compared to what Bupak did. And that's just a small sample size of what the real ones in the community do. We clean up the garbage. Because it doesn't matter where you come from or who you are, we take notes and we keep receipts. And see, the thing is I know there's gonna be some people that are gonna be jumping over to Undisputed because it's gonna be out by the time this video comes out, but who cares? There's still gonna be people playing Fight Night Champion. And I wanna let it be known that none of you bastards are safe because I'm not going anywhere. So if you think that I'm gonna retire from Fight Night Champion just because there's another game out, you're wrong. Because as far as I'm concerned, the job's not done yet. There's still work for me to do. Because while you're still the easiest notch on my belt, it still doesn't change the fact that LX Sniper is not gonna stop until he achieves what's never been done before, and that's go 100-0 against the Fight Night Champion Top 100. My boy Amin YT straight up said the actual factual facts of what goes on here on this channel. Because Milky Pablo did exactly what he's talking about. he did number 1, he rage quit. Number 2, left immediately after getting that ass whooped. And then number 3, he goes around telling everybody that he beat me when that's actually not true. It's the exact opposite. And not only that, but he also is lying to other people in DMs talking about he beat Fight Night's Finest when the video is right there on his channel on what he did to Milky Pablo. So you need to stop the cap, kid. I also want to give a personal apology to Reddit user Blair Jack, who had an unfortunate encounter with Talhookie100, which is one of Milky Pablo's alt accounts. It looks like Talhookie lost to this guy Blair Jack and rage quit, and when they went back and forth on the DM exchanges, it looks like he said some things to bait him into basically saying a profanity-laced tirade or a profanity-laced message, and Milky Pablo, or Talhookie in this case, reported him and got him banned. And after this happened, Mr. Blair Jack came to the conclusion that he thought that it could have been me who was the one that was fighting him under one of my alternate accounts. Now, it is true that if you do some fuck shit, I am going to report you. I make no mistake or qualms about that. But if I do report you, it's usually for a good reason. Like in this case with Milky Pablo, or the same guy that you had an issue with, I had to report him because I beat him so bad that I basically made him go unhinged. I beat the racism out of him, as you can see in the post here and in the video on your screen. And I've also got records of him threatening to come to my house and all kinds of crap. In fact, anybody who's dealt with this guy probably have gotten letters of harassment like this right here. Now remember, Fight Night's Finest made this dude rage quit first. And when that happened, I made sure to send him a message on his Milky Pablo account to let him know that it's been documented and that I'm watching. And what happened after that is this dude sent me non-stop messages all the way from 7:15 p.m. all the way up until 12:13 a.m. in the morning. So basically, he's been sending me messages for damn near 5 hours non-stop without me even responding. Now, if you don't call that a lunatic, I don't know what to tell you. And I know I'm not the first and I'm not the only person who's been a victim of this harassment. So for people who act like I don't have a purpose for what I do, just know that my job here is to clean up the sport from clowns like this. At the end of the day, I get to get paid off of your own stupidity. Once again, Priox has said it best. I don't make the content, you do. So with that said, stop begging me for a rematch, because you're not gonna get one. At least you're not gonna get one until you meet my demands, because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you wanna slide into my DMs making all sorts of extortion attempts and blackmail attempts, well, I get to make demands of my own. So with that said, if you want to fight me again in a rematch, here's what you need to do. Number 1, you need to apologize to the real Milky Pablo for making a mockery of his name. And also take him up on that bet for 20K or 1K or however much y'all gonna fight, whatever the monetary amount is. You need to go fight Milky Pablo first. Number 2, you need to apologize to Fight Night's Finest. You need to go on his channel and apologize to him for rage quitting, and apologize to lying to everyone that you said that you beat him, because the proof is right there on his channel and on mine that you got your ass kicked, so much so that he made you rage quit. Number 3, you need to go reclaim your nuts, because you let Bupak Shakur knock you out with Zab Judah, a welterweight knocking out a middleweight, and then you rage quit against him. So you need to go reclaim your nuts and go get that dub back from him. And then number 4, you need to pay me my required amount for me to rematch, because my time ain't free. Because while all you fake and fraudulent clowns like to run your mouth with nothing to show for it, I do this shit. Top 100s getting uploaded on the regular. This is the third fight night video in a row where I'm beating the #1 top 100 fighter, and it ends with you in this stupid little turtle head challenge. So there you go. 3 #1 fighters all got erased, eradicated, and dominated. So next time you decide to run your mouth in my channel or on other people's YouTube channels or to your own friends, you need to tell them the truth. And that truth being is that I got LX sniped, because the proof is right here and you all are about to see it. And for you, Milky Pablo, you're about to take a trip down memory lane when I bust your ass. So don't speak on my name again unless you can do something about it, which you can't. You flaming
Alongside Teddy Atlas, good evening and welcome to the State Palace Theater, great venue here in New Orleans for tonight's main event. 10 rounds in the middleweight division between Tommy the Hitman Hearns and Sugar Ray Robinson.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round 1 is underway. Teddy, if there's one single thing you'd want for the outside fighter, the guy who likes to box on the outside against this unorthodox fighter, what would it be?
That's a good question, Joe. And the first thing is recognize that the reason he's unorthodox is he makes mistakes. Really, that's just a nice way of saying he don't know how to fight in certain ways. You know, he's got a lot of flaws. So don't go chasing him where, you know, his awkwardness works for him. Stay back, use your jab a little bit. Don't give anything up, but stay back and let him come to you a little bit. Don't let him confuse you. Let him come to you, and he'll come to you in the wrong way. He'll make a lot of mistakes, and you'll catch him.
Ray Robinson blocks that punch. Halfway through round number 1. Sugar Ray Robinson lands a big uppercut. Robinson's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Hearns' cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. A headshot blocked. The countdown, the final moments of this round. And we come to the end of round number 1.
If you're going to drink like a fish, be prepared to sleep with them too.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Nice block by Tommy Hearns. What's a weakness of the Hitman?
Well, a lot of people might say his chin. You know, he doesn't have that great shock absorber. You know, that neck that can absorb a blow when it has to. It's a little thin just like his body. So I'm not saying there's a little, you know, glass in that china, but sometimes the
His
beard.
infrastructure isn't good enough, just his physical makeup.
Yeah, you don't have that ability to absorb like some fighters.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Trying to cut down that tree one shot at a time. Tommy Hearns' defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Committing up top now, he goes there again. Able to cover up that gut. Ten seconds remaining in this round. And that does it for this round. And round number 3 is underway. And now committing to that midsection as the target with the combination punching. Up top with the right hand. Get after him. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Robinson's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces them into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Coming to the halfway point of this 3rd round. Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. Teddy, you talked about Tommy Hearns' explosive ability. He opened a lot of eyes with his early career knockouts. He was the kind of guy that you're almost scared for his opponent when he fought.
Yeah, and you know, you almost worried that he needed a meal too, because you looked at him, he was so thin, he was unassuming. You know, you knew the record, but when you saw him, maybe if you hadn't seen him before, you thought you were going to see this Hercules guy, this guy with muscles popping all over. But you saw a tall, skinny guy, and he gets leverage. And boy, oh boy, does he get results. He puts guys out.
Sugar Ray Robinson with a block punch. Goes up top with the right hand. And round 3 comes to an end. Always good to get off to a good start, and that's exactly what he's done tonight on Teddy's scorecard, sweeping the first 3 rounds. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Come on, kid, focus. You're still not moving enough. Move, move.
Keep your feet moving.
Lands flush with the 2-punch combo by Tommy Hearns. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. Robinson's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns is making for a very frustrating round now for his opponent because he's moving so much. He's really utilizing that ring and showing that he's got the better footwork.
Yeah, he's doing what the old timers would say, Joe. He's giving angles, keeping his opponent off balance. His opponent is strong, but he needs to be set to punch. He's making sure he doesn't allow him to get set, doesn't give him that kind of landscape.
Fight is his rhythm.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Missed the body shot. Sugar Ray Robinson's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Tommy Hearns' head movement is really a factor in this fight. I mean, who would have thought it? Just one of the aspects of defense could be such a big key to this fight right now.
Yeah, it is, and his opponent right now is not making adjustments. Matter of fact, he's starting to drown himself because he's going more and more head hunting, and the more he does it, the more he misses, the more frustrated he gets, the more tired he gets. He needs to make a change downstairs to the place that's not moving, down to the body.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Last 10 seconds. He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Tommy Hearns. 3 minutes gone by in this round. Tommy Hearns is in control of this fight, Teddy. So the second half of this fight has now arrived. Protecting his head well with his guard. Robinson's got to figure out a way to do something different here. I mean, I know he's committed to being a counterpuncher, but right now he's giving rounds away.
Yeah, he is, because he's waiting for things to happen that are not happening. You know, he's laying back, he's waiting for the guy to walk in. See, to be a good counterpuncher, an effective counterpuncher, the guy has to come close to you. But his opponent's staying at a distance. He's not giving him anything to counter.
A little head hunting with the right. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. That was not well targeted by Tommy Hearns. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way.
Nice! Doing great.
Didn't get it done going to the body there. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Hearns is in control of this. Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Hearns is in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Sugar Ray Robinson.
Come on, give it.
Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Tommy Hearns. Halfway through the 7th round.
Move your head.
Head and body. Watch the hook. Now he's putting his punches together. The combination upstairs. Good looking right hand after he got hit. A solid true uppercut by Sugar Ray Robinson. Good solid shots with the combo downstairs. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Sugar Ray Robinson. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. This fight is being fought at a pace that is beyond belief, Teddy.
Well, this shows you what's great about human beings. I mean, you push somebody, in this case, two men, to the brink, to a dark place, and they find a way. They light a candle, they light a torch, they find some way to get to the light. They're both looking for it now.
And the round, Hearns has seen this fight go exactly the way he's wanted it to go. He's up big on your scorecard, Teddy, through 7 rounds, and most of all, he's got all the gas left in the tank to finish up strong.
Yeah, he's not looking for a petrol station. You know, sometimes you've been down a road a little bit and you start looking for that gas station. He doesn't have to worry about that. Smooth sailing.
Good combination to the body. Hearns has got a way of just getting away from that punch. Good exchange, he fires back. Look at that combination by Tommy Hearns. 90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Robinson's thinking right now that he's doing a good job defensively, but it's really not the case, Teddy. Every so often, you will see a punch split that guard.
Yeah, he's just standing there. First of all, the gloves, he needs to extend them just a little bit away. So, as you said, those punches, you know, are going to force their way through to the target, which they're doing right now. They're getting down to it. They're getting through to it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Sugar Ray Robinson's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. 10 clicks of the talk.
Yeah, that's what I thought, pussy. That's what I thought, pussy. Bet you won't go on my YouTube channel and comment on that. Making all them kind of demands. Yeah, I got you red-handed now, bitch. Red fucking handed. Milky Pablo. You fight nothing like the GOAT. You don't fight nothing like Malky. You're an embarrassment. Over here talking all that shit, talking about I can't beat the top 3 fighters in the game. Well, that's the last one. 3 out of 3. What you gonna say now? What you gonna say now? I bet you won't ever fucking fix your mouth to run that LX sniper again. What you try to say in my comments, no one can handle Milky Pablo. Well, look at that. Judge 3 got it right. I dominated you every single round. I reduced you to the point where you did nothing but spam sidestep uppercuts and hug, trying to clinch me. Get off of me, you flaming fat. I don't need a hug. I need a dub, and that's exactly what I got. The same way that you was over there harassing everybody in the community, I hope everybody in the community harasses you back. I hope everybody in the community sends a link to this very video, to this very moment of me making you rage quit like a pussy. Cause you ain't shit and you'll never be shit. And that's why I got this dub, and that's why I got this money. Making it off of your broke ass. And you can't do nothing about it, but just take it. I'm a motherfucking thug.
Let me tell you who to blame. Blame your mother for bringing you into this world when she was but a kid herself, and for dragging you up, not bringing you up. Blame society for not giving you hope. Blame your father for not being there, the man who looked after himself instead of looking after you. Blame the dead boy, blame your mother, blame society, blame your father, blame the gun, blame anyone but yourself, but yourself, but yourself.